Home of the famous Mary Magdala, this first-century village is one of the newest and most exciting archaeological discoveries on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee. Its name, Migdal, in the Hebrew language is tower, the lighthouse serving the fishermen sailing in and out of this bustling commercial port. Magdala was the largest populated town around the Sea of Galilee during the times of Jesus, with a commercial fleet of hundreds of fishing boats. The famous Jesus boat, which has been found buried in the mud at the bottom of the Lake of Galilee, is on display nearby. Could this be Peter's boat that Jesus taught the multitudes from? Or perhaps it is one of the hundreds of fishing boats, according to Josephus the historian, which were destroyed by the Romans during the failed sea attack of the Jewish rebels. Mary lived in that village and no doubt met the Lord Jesus during one of his visits to their synagogue. The Magdala synagogue is the only synagogue discovered from the Second Temple period which has been unmolested by future generations, with no church or mosque built on top of its foundations, leaving visible the very stone floor that Jesus walked on so long ago. Central to the treasures discovered in the synagogue is the unique Rosetta petal and the beautiful stone Torah stand featuring a 3D model of the ancient temple in Jerusalem and the menorah, the 7 candelabral light, the first one discovered outside of Jerusalem. Mary of Magdala followed Jesus and appeared by the cross at the tomb and was the first recorded human to meet the resurrected Lord. The Gospel of John tells us in chapter 20 that Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw 2 angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they have put him." At this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was him. He asked her, "Woman, why are you crying? Who is it that you are looking for?" Thinking that he was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned toward him and cried out in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. And Jesus said, "Don't hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Magdala reminds us of the heart of Mary, a heart of deep devotion and endless affection that would not let go of the one she loved. While all the other disciples left, Mary remained weeping by the grave, longing for him. And Jesus, in the course of his resurrection protocol, working from the grave to heaven, couldn't and wouldn't deny her heart. Appearing differently than she remembered him, certainly different than the bloody corpse she saw hanging on the cross, it was the sound of his voice calling Mary that awakened her heart. She recognized that blessed voice she first heard at that Magdala synagogue so long ago when he cleansed her from 7 unclean spirits and called her to himself. Today, let Magdala speak to your heart. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch the full version of this video or learn more about the site, click below.